Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I spent most of my day yesterday trying to figure stuff out about Lucky Pokemon, trying to do research, doing a bunch of trades, and the truth is, at this point, it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell if there's any kind of cap, what the odds are, anything like that. So right off the bat, a lot of people think maybe there's a cap of 3 lucky trades per trainer, so you can get 3 lucky Pokemon from one person, 3 from another, 3 from another. That's been disproven. Prodigy's Nation has gotten 5 lucky trades from one person after midnight, so today, the 26th. He did that today. That's far after the IV bug was fixed, after the initial cap and the initial rates were adjusted, so it's definitely possible to get more than 3 from one trainer. Later on in the video, you'll see I got 8 unlucky trades in a row and figured, oh, well, maybe I hit a cap, or maybe the odds have gone down significantly, but I've also realized now that that probably isn't too out of the ordinary, considering some people did 100 trades and ended up with 9 lucky Pokemon out of 100. So it could easily be 10% odds. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence also to show that it seems like your first few trades have higher probability of being lucky. So there might be diminishing returns where your first trade has a 75% chance. Once you get a lucky, it goes down to 50%. Once you get another lucky, it goes down to 25% and keeps going down. That's a possibility. But again, at this point, we don't have any definite conclusions. The Sylph Road is working on research. I have applied to also participate in that research because I've been taking notes of all the trades that I'm doing, whether or not they become lucky. But for now, I just wanted to answer a couple questions that came up. What's the point of Lucky Pokemon? Well, Lucky Pokemon obviously cost less Stardust to power up. Not everyone has a team of maxed out counters. Personally, I don't have any maxed out Machamp. I have 1 counter Dynamic Punch Machamp that I use for raiding and battling. And then I have a bunch of Machamp that I've gotten from raids, Machop that I've hatched from eggs that don't have perfect IVs or even like close to perfect IVs. So I could easily trade my, let's say, 70% Machamp that I got from a raid for someone else's 70% Machamp. And then there's a good chance that we get both better Machamps that'll cost half as much to power up. So it's good for people who don't have teams of counters set up yet. It's also good for old players coming back to the game. It helps them catch up a little bit quicker. If you have friends who haven't played in a while, let them know that Lucky Pokemon are a thing. You could trade them and try to exploit them for their old Pokemon like I did today. But it definitely gives them an opportunity to catch up a lot quicker and maybe in that sense feel more involved in the community or jump into raids quicker and hopefully stay a little longer this time. It also gives you a good chance to reroll bad IVs on legendaries or shiny Pokemon. I have a lot of shiny Pokemon that, I just probably won't power up because they don't have good IVs. I have a lot of legendary Pokemon. Unfortunately, I tossed a lot of them a while back, but I still have a lot of legendary Pokemon with subpar RVs, with subpar IVs that could now get a second chance if they become lucky. I also have a few fully evolved Pokemon that were caught in the wild, like low CP, 500 CP Dragonite. I could trade those, and if they become lucky, they'll have better IVs. They'll have low Stardust costs, so even though they're low CP right now, when someone gets them and they become lucky, they'll be a lot cheaper to power up. So if you have fully evolved Pokemon with bad IVs, low CP that you've held onto, that you've saved, those are good candidates for lucky trading also. As far as how to take advantage of that, again, we don't have definite odds, definite conclusions right now, but to me, and to a lot of people, it seems like your earlier trades will be lucky or have a higher chance of being lucky. So if you really want to get a lucky Pokemon, try making that your first trade of the day. And then also the age of the Pokemon matters. We know that. Niantic has said that. We've kind of seen that from anecdotal evidence. Again, no statistical significance yet. But if you're trading something like a legendary or a shiny, trade it for an old Pokemon. If your shiny Pokemon is from 2018, try trading that with a friend who has a Pokemon from 2016. That old Pokemon should increase the odds of the shiny becoming lucky. And then you could do the same for the friend. It would probably have to be the next day because that's a special trade, but you could trade one of your old 2016s for one of their new shinies rather than trading 2 new shiny Pokemon straight across for each other. The odds will be higher if it's new shiny, old Pokemon, new shiny, old Pokemon. And that's about it. That's about what I could conclude from the day, but stick around, watch the rest of the video because, I still had fun making it. Well, after yesterday's first Lucky Pokemon trade, actually it was like 45 minutes ago that I did that trade. And my Sandslash ended up at like 12 something 7 IVs. And a lot of people were reporting that there's no minimum IV for Lucky Pokemon. Well, luckily, that was just temporary. That was Niantic not being fully ready with the stuff before they rolled it out, I guess. But now, as of now, all Lucky Pokemon should have a minimum IV of 10, which means they'll have better IVs the same way that raid bosses, egg hatches, and research rewards do. So, yes, there is a reason to trade for Pokemon, because a lot of people were saying, what's the point of trading for Lucky Pokemon if the IVs can go to bad? Well, now, they'll be at least 67% minimum. So there's a good chance you're going to get good IVs when you trade for Lucky Pokemon. But when it comes to Lucky Pokemon, it's a good opportunity to call up all your friends that quit playing after the first month of the game. Hey, I'm here.
Still a disaster.
A little bit. Hey, Mystic 7, I have some presents for you. I love eating ramen with you, but the real reason I brought you here today is to exploit you for all your old Pokemon.
Yeah, good thing I only have like 5.
What? You guys remember Jake? We have matching tattoos. Some other things. He was in Japan and stuff. If we sort by friendship level, you're going to be really low on my list, because I think you've opened one gift from me and sent me one gift. Two, which is 2 more than Blake has sent me, so.
Yeah, Blake doesn't even open the gifts I send him when we live together, so.
We'll start with both old Pokemon, I guess. Do you have a Lapras?
I don't.
I'll trade you one of my Lapras from my original trip to Japan. I'm gonna check the IVs first. It's room for improvement. So this is bad IVs, but we have that 10-10-10 theoretical floor for Lucky Pokemon. So if we get lucky with this trade, this Lapras is gonna get a lot better. First ever actually I'll take it, yeah, because if I get good IVs, then I can evolve that. 20,000 Dust, an 420 Blazeit. All right, this is so thrilling, exciting. Is this your first trade?
Yeah.
We haven't traded yet, that's fine. Thank you for 420 Blazeit, the Magmar. Oh yes, it became lucky. How's that Lapras? It's also lucky. Pokedex Lapras, okay. Really strong attack. Okay, so it didn't become like top tier. Certainly caught my attention. HP, okay. That was not bad. That became a lot better than when I sent it over to you, so that's something. I'm gonna give you a Larvitar from Community Day, because if you get lucky, it'll have good IVs. This Larvitar has terrible IVs, so here you go. Maybe you'll get lucky. Is it Haunter? Lucky. Look at that.
Same.
I'm so lucky today. How'd the IVs end up? Hey. Yeah, I got a 15 attack Haunter out of that. Wonder HP exceeds my calculations. Want to do one more? We could do both new Pokemon. All right, 2 recent Pokemon. Very recent, because they were only added to the game in the last month. So, what are the odds we get lucky again? Probably low on this one. It's so ridiculous. Not lucky. Boo. Alright, it's too hot. It's too hot in the sun. Yeah. We'll look at some more data inside. It's time to put this whiteboard to use, which the previous tenant, the person who lived in this apartment before me, actually left this here. These are not my daily routines. You can probably tell I don't do much of that. This one though, I do a lot of that. Yuck. So here's what we know about Lucky Pokemon right now. Not much. There's a 10-10-10 IV floor, so their IVs are going to be 10 or higher for each stat. That's pretty standard. Eggs work that way, research rewards, raid bosses, they all work that way. The only hint that we've gotten from Niantic is that the older your Pokemon is, the longer your Pokemon has been sitting in your storage box, the more likely it is to become lucky. So my theory is that there are going to be certain cutoffs. So if the Pokemon's age? Yeah, we'll call it age. So there's like a spectrum, right? And if it's like 0 to 6, I didn't really think of how I was going to draw this out. 0 to 6 months. Months. It's my first time using one of these. All right, just get rid of it. We'll just get rid of this entire line here. 0 to 6 months, let's say. I'm making this up. These are like arbitrary, right? Then there's 6 to 12 months. And then there's 1 year plus 12 plus months. And let's say these are the 3 ranges that Niantic's using. So if the Pokemon is 0 to 6 months, maybe there's a 25% chance that it becomes lucky after the trade. 6 to 12, maybe it's a 50% chance. And 12 plus months, or over a year old, maybe a 75% chance that the Pokemon becomes lucky. God, can you read that? There. I guess I didn't have to space it out that much. But what I'm saying is, I think it's divided like this. The older a Pokemon is, the more likely it is to become lucky. And when a Pokemon becomes lucky, both Pokemon in the trade become lucky. So I'm guessing that these kind of work together. So if you trade 2 really old Pokemon, there's a really high chance they're going to become lucky. If you trade 2 really new Pokemon, a low chance. If you trade 1 old for 1 new, it's somewhere in the middle. That's my theory. Just laying it out there. So what I'm going to do now is trade a lot of Pokemon from my account and my research assistant's account. And I'm going to take note of the age of the Pokemon and whether or not they become lucky. So I'm trying to figure out how to maximize your chances of getting a lucky Pokemon early on, considering they just came out earlier today. Light's getting a little low here. How's that? So I've just been reading the Silph Road, and it seems like there might be a cap on lucky Pokemon per day, which would really hinder my ability to do this research alone. So some people are saying it could be 10, some people are saying they got 14, other people are saying that Niantic adjusted the cap pretty quickly, which generally happens. It seems like at first, probably when that IV floor bug was still a thing, there might have been a higher probability of getting lucky Pokemon from trades, and maybe even no cap on how many luckies you could get per day. But when that bug was fixed, maybe the rates got turned down, maybe the cap got lowered or implemented at that point also. So we're going to see how far I can get. If I get a big string of trades with no lucky Pokemon, then I'll probably stop. But again, it's science, it's research. We'll see how it goes. Just setting up my spreadsheet to collect data right now. So to keep things simple, all I'm going to be looking at is the date the Pokemon was caught, whether or not it becomes lucky, and then I'll record their IVs before and after, just to confirm the 10-10-10 IV floor. So with that said, let's fire it up and get to trading. So we'll start with just the 2 most recent Pokemon that we've caught. These are both from today or yesterday, really recent Pokemon trading right now. And let's see how this goes. This was Paris for a Magnemite. Did they become lucky? No. So 7/23/18 was the catch date. I'm going to do a lot more of that, and I will report back to you whenever it's time. That's 5 in a row. And these were 2016. These are old Pokemon. There's some people on the Silph Road suggesting that maybe there's a limit between the same friend. So maybe, you know, well, we've gotten 2. We've gotten 2 lucky Pokemon today. But let's see. These are both old Pokemon also. We're gonna check. Let's see, just see how it goes. I don't know. It could be a limit per friend. If I try trading with someone else, there's a possibility. It could also just be bad luck that I got 5 non-lucky Pokemon in a row, but these also look not lucky. Yeah, no, that's 6 in a row now. Not lucky. I'm wondering if there's a cap. I'm gonna see if you've also found something similar. Let's see how these replies go. Only 2, and they were the first ones from 2016. Are IVs bugged for Lucky Pokemon? Not anymore, it seems. I've traded 8 of my first Pokemon and got nothing. Someone in my local group said it's 24, but I feel like it's a random number. That does feel like a random number. I got 2 out of 10 trades. I got 6, then stopped. I don't think there's a cap. I think people are just getting unlucky. The more, and that's 9, at least 9 right there. Got 3 lucky from 10 trades. Stopped getting lucky at 3, 11 so far. Traded 20 and got 0 lucky. No, I only have 3, so if there is, I haven't seen it. After my 5th one, I haven't gotten another one. Haven't got one, been trading all day. Rumor has it the limit's 10. Okay. Gonna be hard to tell. I'm gonna keep trading, I guess. Alright, let's see if we get lucky, actually. That is the correct terminology. This would be, 7 in a row if I don't get it? Is it lucky? Is it? Nothing. I wonder if it's per trainer. I've only traded with 2 people today, and I've gotten 4 lucky Pokemon. 2 from each of them. And admittedly, this one, the first one, probably came before any kind of cap adjustments were made. But out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last 7 trades. No luckies. And that last trade was, those were some old Pokemon, again. Alright, let's keep trying. This is a 2016 for a 2018. It's gotta be. It's Gen 3, so 2018 or late 2017. Can you tell? Can you see? Not lucky, huh? Not lucky. Huh. 8 in a row now. I don't think my luck is that bad. Maybe I'll just wait until midnight. We'll see what happens. I was really hoping to get a lot more research done today, but so far it's looking like... Let me switch up the mood lighting here. Something a little more useful. It's now exactly midnight, so I'm going to give it a few seconds, but if there is a cap, theoretically it would reset at midnight. So now that it's a new day, can we get lucky on the first trade? We'll go old Pokemon to be safe. These are both 2016s, and let's see how it goes. I have been sitting here editing, reading the Sylph Road, and I mean, it's hard to determine what's going on because there it is. It's a lucky Pokemon. So I mean, it could be complete coincidence, but the fact that it's now after midnight and the first trade that we've done is now lucky after getting 8 not lucky in a row. My theory right now is that maybe your odds are best early in the day. Like your first few trades, after getting a few lucky Pokemon, your odds go down significantly. So my advice right now is if you want to take advantage of lucky Pokemon, if you want to trade for something good, something you're actually planning on powering up, something you really want to get good IVs, a shiny Pokemon, a legendary, make that your first trade of the day. If you really want to make the most of it, do the trades that you really want early in the day. And also if you're trying to get a lucky Pokemon on something that was caught more recently, like a legendary, a shiny Pokemon, those haven't been around for a long time. So let's say you and your friend both have shiny Larvitar from Community Day. You want to try to get luckies. Don't trade the Larvitar for Larvitar. You trade your Larvitar for something really old from your friend, and then your friend trades their Larvitar for something really old for you, from you. And that way, because we know, at least, Niantic says lucky Pokemon are more likely from older Pokemon, at least that way you're not trading 2 new shinies, you're trading new shiny for old Pokemon, new shiny for old Pokemon, and that should increase the odds better than just trading the shiny for shiny. Actually, that would cost a lot of Stardust, wouldn't it? Those are both special trades. I mean, it's a shiny you already have, so shouldn't be that expensive. But I'd say that small Stardust cost is definitely worth minimizing the risk of not getting a lucky Pokemon. And then that's it for that shiny. You can't trade it again, so make sure you're maximizing your chances of getting a lucky Pokemon by 1, making it one of your first trades of the day, and 2, trading it for an older Pokemon. 2016 if you have them. That's my advice for now. We're going to keep looking at this. Is there a cap? I don't know. I'll have more people to trade with tomorrow. We'll see you then.